Elijah went with a jump hook, good. He had 24 points, 16 boards. He is marvelous. Game came down to this. Suns down 3. KJ gets it to AC Green. No way. Rockets win it. 99-95. They're 5-0 after their best start since '84, Paul Westphal. That's right. Rockets led from wire to wire. San Antonio in L.A. at the clip joint for a tilt against the Clippers. Late fourth, Mark Jackson with a pretty drive in the lay-in, and then a little shake funk or whatever you want to call it. He had 21, did Mark Jackson. The Clippers up 3, but the Spurs come right back. All right, Mark, get off. Nigel Knight finding Willie Anderson from 3. It's tied at 90. Still tied. Under 30 seconds to go. What a way to win. Yeah. None of this stuff on the outside. Take it to the hole and jam it. Clippers win it 92-90 over San Antonio. In Seattle, the 4-0 Sonics at home against Atlanta. Dominique Wilkins sitting out with an injured shoulder. Sean Kemp is not sitting out. He's heating it up. Sonics, despite that slam, are still down 5. Now with the game tied at 86, the Hawks trying to win it in regulation. Elo, no good. Kevin Willis, look at this weak shot. Come on, you got to come closer than that. We go into overtime. Nate McMillan steals it from Mookie Blaylock ahead to Gary Payton. That's a tough layup in the foul. Sonics win it 97-89. How can a pro hoopster miss from that close? That's unbelievable. In Denver, the Nuggets hosting Golden State. Chris Webber, the rookie, outstanding. Nice move here around Brian Williams. Warriors by 10. Then in the third, Webber goes berserk. He'll grab the rebound and get out of my way. I said, get out of my way. Webber had 17 points, 13 boards, career highs. Of course, he's only been in the league a couple of weeks. Note, Abdul Rauf had 28 points for the losing Denver Nuggets. The injury-riddled Warriors out-rebounded the Nuggets 49-36. I'm talking about 7'6" Sean Bradley, who wasn't a factor here as the Nets took the lead. They had a 23-point lead, but look at Bradley here. Yes, sir, there he is. The Sixers back with an 8, and then with time running down, the 7'6" 76er wins it. Sixers over the Nets 98-97 as the Nets blow a 23-point lead. Look at Coach Freddie Carter. Freddie, it's the second week of the season. Calm down. The Knicks win it at home. They're still unbeaten. They're 6-0 now. They beat Milwaukee 99-86. Even though Patrick Ewing did not play, he had spasms in his neck. Ouch. In Chicago, the Bulls and Celtics. Frank Thomas, the big hurt on hand. He saw a great game. Under 30 seconds left in the game. Celtics down by 1. Sherman Douglas for the drive, and Steve Kerr gets the hoop. Celtics go up by 1. One more chance for the Bulls. Tony Kukoc running shot. No, it doesn't go. And the Celtics are victorious in Chicago by 1. They snap a 5-game losing streak at Chicago Stadium, and good for Boston. Utah beating Dallas 101-100. The Jazz now 5-1 on the young season.
He loved the Celtics. Hurley handing out quite a few tickets in this one and saying hello to Kenny Anderson. Hurley, 9 assists. This one to Dwayne Coswell. Kenny could get the ball back and then run the pick and roll to perfection. DC, 26 points. Kenny, 16 assists. He dominated in the second half, buries it, and then more Kenny. The look away after the big hoop, and then it's Armand Gilliam. 26 points, 16 assists for Anderson, and the Nets, they were jamming. And you could be jamming too. 132-102 the final. And Kenny also had 6 steals. New Jersey won their first game in a home.
76ers were expecting trouble, so they bulked up by signing Orlando Woolridge to a 1-year contract earlier in the day. He had been waved goodbye by the Bucks about 10 days ago. To make room, Sean Green says hello to the injured list. We say hello to Orlando Woolridge, who will get his 0-0 just as soon as they can make up the uniform. Sean Bradley's latest lesson, facing Akeem Olajuwon, the spin move for the bucket. He scored 21 before fouling out in the fourth. The matchup really never developed. Bradley posting on Akeem. Robert Horry came in to help poke Bradley in the eye. Look again. Horry would poke at the ball instead against Bradley. He continued the play, but suffered a corneal abrasion. Sixers still come out running. Johnny Dawkins dished a spoon coming at you. Sixers lead by 1 at the break. They would explode in the third. Johnny Dawkins buries the 3. Sixers by 12 after 3. Rudy Tomjanovich, some reason to worry after checking out the scoreboard. But the Rockets would rally in the fourth, led by Matt Bullard. The 3 there, over Warren Kidd for another 3. Do I hear 3 threes? You got it. 11 points for Bullard in the quarter. The Rockets on a 22-3 spurt. Now the Sixers, however, would not wither away. Jeff Hornacek, a 3 of his own and the foul, hits the free throw to bring the game within 2, 86-84. Sixers trail by 2 after 2 Bullard free throws. Hornacek, the inbound pass, looking to Bradley. He just never got to the spot. 88-84, that marks the spot. Philly with a futile attempt at a comeback, hitting on just 2 of 15 shots in the fourth quarter. Woolridge played 14 minutes, scored 6 points.
Lakers, there's Danny. Second quarter, check out the play. Ron Harper swatted by Vlade, and then the underhand fling down to Antonio Harvey with the reverse. Vlade with the pretty assist. We're tied at 54 at the half. Fourth quarter, Lakers down 2. Anthony Peeler back in the lineup, buries the J with 20 seconds left. Peeler is feeling it. 99-99, we go to overtime. With the tie, Mark Jackson with the 3. Lakers down 3. Vlade, no problema from the corner. We go to second overtime. In double OT, Nick Van Exel finds Doug Christie up and under with the left and the foul. 110-109 Lakers. Then Clips down 2, the General. Gary Grant, nice dish to Stanley Roberts. We're all tied up. Then with 0.9 seconds left, Clippers with the ball still tied. Tommy Tolbert overthrows Ron Harper. No time off the clock. 9/10 of a second left. Randy Funn hoping for a miracle. Eldon Campbell hasn't scored, hasn't hit a shot all game. Over Roberts, it's good. Lakers win, Lakers win. Can you believe it? It was actually tipped by Stanley Roberts. Lakers win in double OT. Eldon Campbell, only basket of the game to win it. He had replaced Vlade Divac after Vlade fouled out. Divac had 23 points and a career high. Chris Webber, quick spin and the throwdown. He had 21 points, a career high. Then on the other end, Charles Barkley, up fake, slam dunk. The two-man challenge was on. How good is Chris Webber? The scoop pass, Avery Johnson. Then it's Latrell to Webber. Circus finger roll is good. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it happened on the break. Webber on the wing versus Barkley. Oh, Christopher hurt me. And the foul. He loves this game. Who's in charge now? Charles. But Chucky responds. Webber with 5 fouls has to let him go. Charles, it's still my world. Calm down, rookie. Suns win 116-104. Barkley hit 10 of his first 16 shots, scored 24 in the first half, 36 for the game. He also grabbed 13 rebounds. Ainge added 21. Latrell Sprewell scored 23 to lead the Warriors. Cavs, Blazers. The best athletes in the world playing hoops. Here we go. Loose ball, who's going to run it down? Sure hands of Brad Doherty. No, it's Clyde to Glide, down to Porter. Porter going to go down. And Terry Porter can't hold on. Price is going to come over and get, no. Come on, guys, grab the ball. Somebody call timeout. Who's on top? Cliff, good call, Cliff. Way to stop the action. All you need to know is Gerald Wilkins had 23, including the runner. Puts them up by 4. Cavs win in Portland. They get their first win in Portland since 1989. The Blazers shot just 12 of 21 from the free throw line. Gerald Wilkins had 23, Price had 20. Drexler led Portland with 25. Jazz at the Magic. The Shaq proclaimed the lane his domain on this night. First quarter, Karl Malone, get it out of here. Karl, again Karl, swatted by Shaq Daddy. Then it's Felton Spencer. Can he get one off? No. But you know Johnny Stockton's not going to get it out of here, John. 4 blocks all in the first quarter for Shaquille. Then he went offensive. Scott Skiles, one of 13 assists to the Diesel. Nick Anderson lobs. Shaq Daddy, 23 points, 10 rebounds, fourth quarter. Dennis Scott. All you can say about Dennis Scott, he was on fire. He couldn't miss in the fourth quarter. He had 5 3-pointers for the game. The Magic went on a 21-1 run in the fourth. They win at 114-96. Orlando made a team record 6 3-pointers in the fourth. Scott finished the game with 5.
He even got a rare start. As for Patrick Ewing, well, he got into the flow right there. He scored just 7 points, though, in 28 minutes. How about the shocker from Wichita State? Greg Dreiling showing strength. 4 points for him. Ewing taking a breather, watching his teammates on this nice play. Charles Oakley behind the back pass to Anthony Bonner. Pretty stuff, but then things got sloppy. Ewing gets into trouble. The bad pass taken by Doug Smith, and then Smith loses it to Doc Rivers, to Anthony Mason, to Oakley, and to Ewing for the what? The miss? It happens. The Knicks didn't need the points, but Quinn Buckner sure did for his Mavs, and the Knicks win at 103-90. Starks led New York with 18 points. For the Mavs, Jackson and Mashburn combined for 30 points, 1/3 of Dallas's total. Akeem and the Dream invading the Meadowlands. Chuck Daly giving directions to his little general, Kenny Anderson, in the third. Check out the nice pass by Anderson to Chris Morris. Anderson, 12 assists, Nets up by 3. Rudy T telling his troops, think big, big, as in Akeem, the pass down low to Robert Horry for the slam. This time, Akeem with the dream shake, 2 of his 20. Rockets up by 2. Chuck feeling sick. Nets down by 2 late in the fourth. Anderson, the runner in the lane, tying the game. 24 points for Anderson. Finally, the little man meets the big man. Akeem wins the confrontation, 1 of 6 blocks, preserving a 2-point Rocket lead. A minute to play. Vernon Maxwell the steal, and what a steal it was, finding Mario Ellie, who finishes it off. Rockets bench celebrates as Houston stays perfect. 90-84 the final. Houston has yet to allow a team to score 100 points on them this season. They stay perfect. Bulls in the fourth. They were up by 2. Gary Payton the alley-oop to Sean Kemp. Kemp had 18. Tony Kukoc catching fire, blowing by Ricky Pierce. Bulls down by just 2. It was close. And then Kukoc for the 3. We're tied at 87. 9 of 12 from the field for Tony. 3 minutes to go. Ricky Pierce, Sam Perkins to Detlef Schrempf. 18 for Detlef. Sonics up by 6. Just over a minute left. Tony Kukoc, hey, worked the first time, try it from 3 again. It hits. Bulls down by 1. A career-high 20 for Kukoc. 35 seconds to go. Bulls down by 1. And Bill Cartwright, what does he do? He throws it away. Seattle ball. They have a 1-point lead. 7 seconds left. Sean Kemp can't find it. Bulls grab the rebound. They have a shot to win this thing. B.J. Armstrong gets surrounded and then has to throw up the desperation shot, which doesn't go. So George Karl and his Sonics hang on for the win. Seattle's first win over Chicago in 4 seasons. This was the Bulls' 3rd straight game decided by 1 point. So the Sonics are 6-0.
Rojas, who is open for 3, it's good. Bucks trailed by 6. A little older now. Played 46 minutes in this game. Here's Vin Baker with the big block. Wolves coach Sidney Lowe says, I know who it is. I know who this guy is. There he is, a little older. He scored 29 points in this game. No, it's not Banger the Buck. It's everyone's favorite. Oh, we're going to get to him in a moment. Nice pass. Anthony Avent to Blue Edwards. Bucks lead 90-89. Late in the fourth, that's who it is. Christian Laettner in the headband. Scores, and he's fouled. 29 points, 9 boards, 7 assists. A little fuller cut this year, longer hair, kind of a Duran Duran look. Wolves win their first game. They're now 1-5. Laettner scored 13 of his 29 in the fourth. Big Luke Longley had his best game this year, 14 points, 9 boards. Doug West had 25. The Bucks have matched their worst start in club history at 1-6. Hornets and the Pacers. Derek McKee, nice over-the-shoulder pass to Rick Smits. Pacers by 17 at the half, but things fell apart. Reggie Miller on the drive. Lands awkwardly on the left ankle. Injured. Did not return, but it's not a serious ankle injury. Then it's Gerald Patio on the break. Rolls. Ouch, his right ankle. Fourth quarter, Del Curry buries the 3. He had 19 points. Hornets win 102-93. Alonzo, 21 points, 10 boards. Curry, 3 threes in the fourth. The Hornets snap a 6-game losing streak versus the Pacers, and 11 straight at Market Square Arena. Dale Davis had 18 boards for the Pacers. Spurs Nuggets. Dan Issel always calm on the sideline. First half. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf misses the J. Dikembe Mutombo the rebound. Rejected by the Admiral. 7 blocks on the night. Watch top of your screen. Issel out of control. Charges. The ref. Gene Littles takes over. I hope you can't read that. We can't even show that on TV, reading the lips there. Second half, Nigel Knight with the basketball. Nice feed. Robinson, who scores 17. The Spurs win it 86-74. Spurs snap a 3-game skid despite shooting just 27% over the last 3 quarters. Rodman grabs 23 boards. Abdul-Rauf scores 16 for Denver.
He did in this game with Patrick Ewing in trouble foul-wise. Doc Rivers goes for 3, and it works. And then off Anthony Mason's miss there is Charles Oakley. 16 points, 15 boards for Oak. David Robinson keeping the Spurs close. 18-point first half for Robinson, 32 for the game. Late in the half, Anthony Mason behind the back to Patrick. He had 15. Knicks up by 5 at the half. Spurs rally in the fourth. Dennis Rodman, their robo-rebounder. He had 4 rebounds right in this span before he finally tapped it in. 13 points for Dennis. Spurs up by 6 late. John Starks fouls Dale Ellis, and Ellis hits anyway. Ellis had 21 fourth-quarter points, and the Spurs had a 95-90 win, the Knicks' first loss of the year. So much for a perfect season. San Antonio holds New York to just 18 points in the fourth. Robinson outpoints Ewing by 17. Tisdale being friendly, offering Alonzo some space. Mourning makes his own space, powering it by Dwayne Coswell for the bucket and the foul. And then Zoe plays ref, signaling, hey, the basket counted. We got the message. Mourning at 22 points. It was a block party, too, for Mourning. One of his 6 rebounds right there, and the Hornets go the other way. Muggsy Bogues to Kenny Gaddison. Coach Alan Bristow likes that kind of stuff. Then the Hornets get 3 happy. Del Curry, 3 of 4 from long range on the evening. And then out to Hersey Hawkins. He was 3 for 3 from beyond the stripe. And even Larry Johnson from long range, his second of the night. Hornets with a club record 9 threes, and they win it easily, 130-113. LJ finished with 23. Mitch Richmond led Sacramento with 26 points. Kevin Lockery's Miami Heat facing the Jazz. Heat got hot in the second. Glenn Rice with the 3. He had 18. Can you feel it? Miami fever. Steve Smith then from outside. 3 of his 15. Jerry Sloan doesn't like it. Bimbo Coles likes this, one of his 5 3-pointers. That's a career high for Coles. Miami went on a 20-4 run. They were up by 10 at the half. Jazz down by 3 in the fourth. Jay Humphries, watch that behind the back pass to John Stockton. Stockton, 11 points, and then under a minute left. Karl Malone from 3. You betcha. Sorry, that's your line. 30 points for Karl. He wins it with a 3 yet. Lockery in shock over that. Utah tried 9 3-point shots in the game, but Malone's was the only one that worked. In the third, Pistons up by 3. Lindsey Hunter finds Big Bill, who buries the 3. Pistons up by 6. Later, more from Lambeer. He hits. He missed only 4 shots all night. As for Orlando, Larry Krystkowiak drives in the dish to Shaq. 25 points, 13 boards for O'Neal, but it was too much Bill. I know, it's hard to believe I just said that. Posting up against Anthony Bowie. Bowie fouls him, but Bill makes the shot anyway. Lambeer, a miraculous night, 11 of 15, and the Pistons win it, 98-92. A blow to the head did wonders for Lambeer. The Pistons skid ends at 4. After the Magic loss, Shaq chose to rip the officiating. He called it horrible and said, quote, "We're the only team that doesn't get calls at home or on the road." Hawks facing the Sixers, and Hawks fly out to the early lead. Dominique. Hawks led by 10 at the half. Neek with 23. Sean Bradley playing with an eye abrasion didn't look good. Moses Malone picking up the slack on the Hornacek air ball. Moses had 16 points. Hawks held on because Philly got lax. Mookie Blaylock finds Stacey Augmon, who misses it, but Andrew Lang is there for the putback. Hawks win it barely, 92-90. They escaped despite missing 12 of 14 shots in that fourth quarter. As for Bradley, he scored just 4 points, and they all came from the free throw line. He had 5 of the Sixers' 23 turnovers. Correct?
Hit his first 6 shots, and he played some D. Derek Coleman up for the jam. Get it out of here, Derek. Look at the Chief. Celtics up by 6 early. Then Dino Raja. Look at the reverse, the finesse, the strength. He had 24 points. Celtics up by 4 at the half. Derek Coleman roars back. He had 33 points, but it was the Chief again. Talk about your pretty moves. Dwayne Chintz's up fake, jump hook. The Chief with 26 points in the fourth. The Celtics put it away. X marks the spot. 2 of his 12 fourth quarter points. Kenny Anderson has seen enough. Celtics win it 105-100. The Chief was 12 of 14 from the floor. The Celtics improved to 5-2. Anderson was held to 12 points and 8 assists. Bucks versus the Bullets. Don McClain. Well, he was scoring tonight. A career high 38 points from McClain. Bye-bye. Let that jumper fly from McClain. Washington would lead by as many as 16 points thanks to McClain in defense. Check out Mitchell Butler with the big block. And the bench appreciates it. Bucks would mount a comeback. Todd Day with a nice move underneath. Bulls up 8 in the third quarter. Late in the fourth, Eric Murdoch to Day, who jams, lead down to 2, but the Bullets pull away. Googs with the steal. Feeds Rex Chapman in hard. Rex can dunk. Bullets win 117-104. McClain scored 15 first quarter points. Pacers Suns, Reggie Miller. Look at Akeem Early. He had 5 blocks on the night. More on that later. Then the 2 Jays. He finished with 19 points. Rockets up 14-0 to start the game. But then it's Pooh. Pooh. 18 points for Richardson. Pacers down 3 at the half. Lots of travel. Got to call it. Second half, Otis Thorpe took over. You thought George McGinnis liked to use the one hand. Look at Otis Thorpe, the hoop and the foul. More Otis. The extension and the slam. He had 16 in the third quarter, a season-high 24 for the game, and on defense, the big O with the big block. Reggie Miller didn't want to stick around. Houston wins 99-83. They go 8-0, matching their best start in 9 years. Hakeem had 5 block shots and moves into third on the all-time list. Vernon Maxwell scored 18, including 4 for 7 from the arc. Well, early, how'd he do in this game? The lob. Latrell back to Weber, goes up, fouled, and the slam. 13 points, 11 boards for Chris. Vlade up, Weber with the block. Not the only Warrior in action, Latrell. Lobs to Billy Owens, who had a big game. 16 points, 11 boards. Off the bench, Gatling, lefty, slam. Top scorer, 19 points, 10 boards. Sprewell, finger roll. 103-76 Warriors. The Warriors missed 15 of their first 19 shots before warming up. Then the Lakers went cold. They scored just 33 points in the second half and shot just 33% for the game. Cavaliers, Nuggets, first quarter. Nuggets turn it over. Gerald Wilkins on the break, dishes to Hot Rod Williams. Throws it down. Cavs by 9 after 1. Nuggets come back. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Good ball fake. He had 22. Nuggets down 3 at the half, fourth quarter. Nuggets rally. Reggie Williams driving. And dishing to Deke Mutombo. We're tied at 93, still tied under a minute left. Defensive play of the game. Chris Mills, LaFonso Ellis is there for the block. The Czar stun. Nuggets win 193. Nuggets shot 50%. The Cavs just 41%. Stith scored 7 of his 20 in the final 356. John Williams scored 20 and Doherty 19 for Cleveland. Linda. The action, and check it out. Terry Porter strips Dave Johnson. Here come the Blazers. Passes up to Jerome Kersey. Spins, passes back to Buck Williams for the throwdown. Blazers running hard. Drexler to Rod Strickland. Strickland the flick to Williams. Blazers' biggest lead was 37 points. How bad was it for the Bulls? Will Purdue going up for the rebound. Where there's a will, there's a way. Tips it in the wrong basket. 120-98. Worst Bulls loss since November 28th, 1992. A 37-point loss to the Knicks. The Blazers blew the game open in the second quarter by shooting 68%. This was Portland's biggest margin of victory over Chicago. Steve Kerr led the Bulls with 16. The Clips over the Mavs. Ron Harper led the Clips with 28 and hit 2 key free throws.